There are three top load washing machines sitting on appliance store floors right now that salespeople can't move. And every repair technician I know is quietly buying them for their own homes. These aren't project machines or compromises. I'm talking about washers that will run 25 years with nothing but a pump seal and a timer, selling for hundreds less than they should because nobody knows they're bulletproof. After 18 years of service calls, I've watched people overpay for smart front loaders while these three just sit there. Washer number one has been my secret recommendation for 6 years. 24 families, zero transmission failures. Today, I'm counting down my three most underrated top loaders. Let's get into it. Number three, Kenmore 80 series. Number three is a washing machine repair techs love to see on service calls. Not because it needs work, but because when it does, everything is straightforward and cheap. You can pick one up right now for under $300. 14 months ago, a woman with two kids under 6 asked me to inspect a used LG front loader she was about to buy. 2019 model, light use, $425. I checked the drum bearings, pulled the service history, and reviewed the control board recall list. I told her straight, you're about to spend $425 on a washer that needs a $380 bearing replacement within 18 months, and that's if the control board doesn't fail first. I pulled up Facebook Marketplace and showed her a 2003 Kenmore 80 series for $225. Mechanical timer, zero electronic components to fail. She bought it that afternoon. 14 months later, she spent $0 on repairs. I taught her to replace the agitator dogs herself when they wore out. $18 in parts, 10 minutes. Here's what nobody tells you. Whirlpool engineered the 80 series before the industry started chasing Energy Star ratings at the expense of durability. The direct drive motor is bulletproof, no belt to slip or break. The motor connects directly to the transmission with a coupler that costs $22 to replace. The timer is mechanical, actual gears and cams, not a circuit board that bricks when moisture gets inside. When it eventually fails after 18 to 20 years of service, it's $65 and 15 minutes to swap. Parts availability is unmatched. Every component is still stocked. Try finding a control board for a 2019 LG in 5 years. Good luck. Average use price right now, $150 to $250. Compare that to a same age LG or Samsung front loader at $400 to $550. A $200 to $300 gap for a washer that outlasts the competition by a decade. Shopping tip: fill it with water, let it agitate 30 seconds, then manually advance the timer to spin. Smooth transition with no grinding means you're golden. Clunking or metal on metal means walk away. The only reason this washer is cheap is because people see 1990s Kenmore and think museum piece. They're wrong. Number two, Speed Queen TC5. The Speed Queen TC5 has some of the lowest failure rates of any residential top loader ever manufactured, lower than Maytag, lower than Whirlpool, and it depreciates like it has a fatal design flaw. 3 weeks ago, a 2007 TC5 came in with an estimated 12,000 cycles on the original transmission. The owner bought it used in 2009, ran it hard for 17 years, and wanted to know what major maintenance was coming due. I pulled the cabinet, inspected the transmission housing, checked motor brushes, tested timer contacts, and examined the pump seal. You know what I found? Nothing. The original pump seal still held pressure. Motor brushes had maybe 30% wear. I told her to come back in another 5,000 cycles. She looked at me like I was hiding a $600 estimate. I get that reaction a lot with Speed Queens. Speed Queen did something brilliant. They kept the commercial laundromat transmission and motor design and packaged it for residential use. All metal helical gears running in an oil bath, the same engineering used in coin-operated laundromats doing 10 to 12 cycles a day for decades. No plastic in the drive system, steel agitator shaft, metal drive coupling, cast metal basket support. The motor is a 1/2 horsepower commercial duty unit. Most residential washers use 1/3 horsepower motors that burn out under heavy loads. Used TC5 prices from 2005 to 2015, $200 to $400. Genuinely insane for a washer engineered to outlast everything in its category. New equivalents cost $1,000 plus, but the used market hasn't figured out these machines don't wear out like normal washers. Who should buy it? Anyone keeping a machine past 15 years. Heavy load users, cloth diapers, farm work, small business laundry, and anyone tired of control board failures who want something repairable with basic tools. Who should skip it? If you need HE efficiency, the TC5 uses more water per cycle. The tub is smaller than modern oversized drums, and if you want Wi-Fi connectivity or digital displays, you're looking at the wrong machine entirely. Technician math. Buy it for $300, run 10,000 cycles over 20 years, spend maybe $200 total on maintenance. You won't find a better cost per cycle deal anywhere. Number 1. Maytag Dependable Care. Number 1 has the same transmission design as commercial coin-operated laundromats, the same durability as industrial laundry equipment, more capacity than both, and it's selling for $200 to $350 because the average buyer thinks anything without a touchscreen belongs in a scrapyard. 3 years ago, a software engineer with an $800 budget came in wanting a Samsung smart washer with Wi-Fi monitoring. When I suggested a used Maytag Dependable Care, he laughed. That's what my grandma had. I walked him to my service van and showed him a photo of my personal washer, a 1998 Dependable Care bought used in 2013 for $175, already 15 years old at purchase. Total spend over 11 years of ownership, $140, a replacement pump, a lid switch, and an initial tune-up. He asked for service records. I showed him. He bought a 2004 Dependable Care the following week for $275. 8 months ago, he texted me at 3 years of ownership, never once called for a repair. His exact words, "Why doesn't anyone talk about this washer?" Here's why I'm obsessed with the Dependable Care built from the late 1980s through 2007. The transmission is the same heavy-duty design Maytag perfected for commercial laundromats in the 1970s. Direct drive, forged steel gears in a sealed oil bath, continuous lubrication, no belt to stretch or snap. The agitator connects via a heavy-duty spline shaft with replaceable nylon dogs. When those eventually wear out after 15 to 20 years, it's $12 in parts and 20 minutes with a socket wrench. The tub is porcelain-coated steel, not injection-molded plastic. It doesn't crack under thermal stress, doesn't chip from zippers, and doesn't develop the permanent mildew smell plastic absorbs over time. I've seen Dependable Care tubs from 1985 still looking factory new after 40 years. I've personally serviced 8 of these machines past 25 years old with original motors and transmissions still running strong. Real parts prices. Agitator dogs $12, water pump $45, lid switch $18, drive belt $15, timer assembly $75. A comparable commercial Maytag runs $1,200 to $1,800 new. You're getting the same fundamental engineering for 1/5 the price. Inspection checklist. First, run a complete cycle and listen to the transmission. Smooth mechanical movement during agitation. No grinding, no clunking on direction reversal. Second, check the tub for rust penetration. Surface spots are normal. Deep pitting through the metal is a deal breaker. Third, test the timer through a full cycle. If it stalls or skips phases, factor in $75 for replacement or negotiate down. Fourth, pro tip, search for units from older couples downsizing or estate sales. These machines were maintained religiously, used gently, and kept in climate-controlled basements. A 70-year-old's Dependable Care with 20 years of light use is functionally a time capsule. Who should buy it? Large families, home-based businesses, farms, anyone keeping an appliance 15 plus years, and anyone who wants to repair their own machines without calling a technician. Who should skip it? If utility costs are a serious concern, this uses 30 to 40 gallons per cycle versus 15 to 20 for HE models. Hard water without a softener will accelerate mineral buildup. And if you need smart home integration or custom wash programs, this isn't your machine. Final take. If I had to buy one top loader right now for the lowest possible 20-year total cost, I'd buy another Maytag Dependable Care without thinking twice. Buy it for $250, run 8,000 cycles over 18 years. Spend maybe $180 on parts total. You won't find a better cost per cycle deal in any category of home appliances. 3 top loaders the market forgot. The Kenmore 80 series with its bulletproof direct drive motor and mechanical timer. The Speed Queen TC5 that depreciates like it's broken but runs like commercial equipment because it is. And the Maytag Dependable Care, the best kept secret in home laundry. You now know 3 top loaders under $400 that will outlast machines costing 3 times as much. Hit subscribe. More videos coming on what dealers push versus what actually lasts 20 years. Drive safe, take care of your appliances, and they will take care of you. See you in the next one.